Well, nothing's changed really for me since we won it here. I have a pretty good idea what I'm planning on doing, but I think I just need to give it a little bit of time and head home and get away from the celebrations and everything, and just allow it a little bit of time to sink in and get a little separation from it. It's a decision you only make one time, so I just want to obviously give it some time and be sure.
Would you play anywhere but here?
I can't imagine playing anywhere but here.
So if you came back, it would be to give it a shot?
Yeah, that would. Yeah, I love it here, and this place has been great to me. And that going through that experience of the parade yesterday is it's unreal, and it's I can't imagine a better place to play hockey.
Matt, I know you have your kids around a lot.
Yeah.
Will they have any say? Can they persuade you at all?
No, I've heard enough from them. They're done. Yeah, a little bit, but again, it's it's just going to be a matter of just taking a little bit of time and just let things calm down. It's just, it's so emotional and everything happens so fast, and a decision like that sort of it's a big life decision. It deserves a little bit of time, and so I'll give it that and just get away and spend a little time at the lake and then finalize everything.
Matt, I guess the question that comes to mind for a lot of people is why would you stop when you're still playing the way you are? Because clearly you're still an impact player.
Yeah, thanks. I've played the game for a long time, and I love the game of hockey. But, at a certain point you have to make the decision, and, I think there's more to it than just the hockey stuff. Obviously, you want to be able to be an important player to the team, and I appreciate the opportunity to be that here. But again, it's just it goes beyond just only hockey at this point in my life, And so again, it's weighing the balance and figuring out what is the best for the family and is the best for you too.
Joey grounded for the Gatorade display after the game. Did you see that make it?
Yeah, man, that kid. It's funny. I always tell my teammates that with that one, you're going to see him on the news someday. I don't know what for, but you're going to see him someday. So he's a little fireball. So he stirs a pot at our house. So there's no stopping him.
Matt, how do you feel? Do you have any? Your guys have procedures you would add?
No, I'm healthy. It's funny. This is probably as healthy as I've felt at the end of a season in quite a long time. So it's. I'm pretty blessed to feel this way. Obviously, that's as you get later in your career, that's one of the things that usually limits you is how your body feels. But I got to be honest, I feel great. I really do. My body is healthy. I didn't have any injuries that I was dealing with through the course of the playoffs, which is awesome.
The guy that sits next to you, Marc-Andre, your time here.
Yeah.
What has he meant to you? What kind of sense do you have of what he's meant to this organization?
Well, it's pretty clear what he means to this town. He rode in the truck behind me in the parade yesterday, and. Listen to the fans, everything that they said to him and the support they gave him was it's pretty clear what he means to this community, and I know what he means to this team. And I haven't played with many better teammates than him, and I just remember when he stepped in game one of the playoffs, the way that he played and what he did for us and the way he stepped up, and I know what he's gone through these last couple seasons, sitting next to him in the room, and he comes to the rink with a smile every day, and he does his best to support his teammates, and it's never about him. He's a pretty unique person and a unique teammate, and whatever happens for him, whoever gets him is going to be very lucky.
How would you step away? What would you do? What would you want to do?
I don't know. I've never wanted to do anything other than this, and since I've been 2 years old, this is the only thing I've ever dreamed of doing. So I don't know. I haven't. I haven't put any thought to it. When I'm in the season, I'm pretty well dialed on what I need to do to get ready for the next game. So I haven't ever really stepped back enough to look at that. When I'm done, I would likely stay in the game of hockey. It's the only thing I know. I can't do anything else. So I would likely do something with the game of hockey. Again, I love it. There's nothing I love more than the game, and so I'll figure that out.
Was it more emotionally or mentally draining on this team this time around than the last one?
It was the same. I think emotionally it was draining. It was a mental challenge this year. It's a challenge going through it, again for the second time. But I think it's one of those things that you prepare for as you get ready for the season, that you know it's going to be more of a mental challenge. And, you know, the physical challenge is there too. You know you're going to deal with injuries and there's a little more fatigue. And so that's all part of it. But I think emotionally for me, going through it again this year was it was a challenge. It's very emotional. It's a fight, and you know, but it becomes all worth it.
When you think about the energy required to kind of do that, though, 3 days removed, people are asking, "Oh, 3P, you guys." I mean, is it sort of like, give us a break?
Yeah, that's the first thing that comes into your mind. But it's you know that's it's going to happen. That's nature of sports. Is you move on to the next year pretty quick. So and next year isn't that far away when you play this long. So we know it's right around the corner, and obviously it's you know, whatever the case is next year, obviously that's going to be on the front of everybody's mind.
Might that be the toughest part of your decision, at least hockey-wise, is if you do step away, you're stepping away from the possibility of a history-making season? Yeah. Obviously, doing what we did this year was pretty special and unique, and you know, next year there's that opportunity for 3 in a row, which not many teams get ever. And so yeah, I mean, I think we're all aware of that. Yeah. You and Kunitz seem to lend a lot of the same attributes to this team. What do you make of that guy who has more cups now than anybody active?
Yeah, 4 cups. I mean, it's unreal, honestly. And he's a guy that is just so unsung, I think. And you know, his personality lends to that. He's comfortable taking a back seat, and but in the room, he's a leader, and we look to him. And I can't say enough about the way he handles himself and the way that he leads the team. And you know, I think back to that goal he scored against Ottawa, the double overtime winner. I mean, there's no more fitting player than Chris Kunitz to score that goal, I think, for this organization and for this team. So, yeah, I can't say enough good things about him.
How big a say did the kids have in your decision?
Yeah, you know.
I think I know what that vote was.
Yeah, I know what they'd vote. They've already voiced their opinion, so I don't need to hear any more out of them. I've seen and heard enough out of them. Everywhere I turn on, look at Twitter or whatever, I see their faces. So I've seen more than enough of those guys. We're gonna go home, and they're gonna go to their grandparents for a while. But I know what they want to do. They've voiced that, so I'll take that into account.